What's going on, everyone? Steve-O Supremo back at it again, and today I'm bringing you guys a video from a live stream that I did on Twitch, and it is the Nintendo Switch collection that I actually own. So between 145, 150 games from what I counted on the live stream. And you know, it was a good time. I wanted to do it through the live stream just in case anyone who wanted to pop in and discuss the collection while I was on their chat. I did have a guy come in right in at the end and start talking about it because I am just starting this thing on Twitch of trying to live stream and get some followers to get affiliated and hopefully one day get up to partner. But and again, like, I highly encourage anyone, if you can, I would appreciate a follow over there at my Twitch. I'll put it in the description down below and stuff. Just a follow helps out a lot. If you don't even have time to come and watch, that's cool, but even the follows help. So if you can, swing on over there, give me the follow so I can get to that first goal of 25, then 50, and keep going up. So anyways, this is showing off the collection through there. This is just a raw upload from Twitch with us a couple minor cuts and edits in there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you think, if there's anything I need to go after to add to it, and that's about it. I don't know if I'm going to do an outro or not. We'll find out at the end, and if I do, I'll see you again at the end. Later. There we go, there we go. Hey, what's going on, stream? You know, I figured we'd do something different today. We're in the just chatting because I want to actually go over my Nintendo Switch collection that I have. If you watch my latest video on my YouTube, you know it's the thing I've been collecting the most over the past couple of years since I was gone from YouTube. But now, I've kind of slowed down a little bit, but I still want to show off what I got so far. And this is probably going to go straight to YouTube, so if you miss it here, you can catch it on YouTube and see it in all its glory there. But without further ado, I believe I got the music rolling in the background for us. Some nice relaxing music to get us by during this time, because I think there's 140 plus here Switch games. So I'm gonna try to do this in the best fashion that I can. But yeah, if you're a Switch fan, come and hang out. We'll talk about the Switch. We can chat about it. If it's something you're collecting for too, just hop on in and we can talk about it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. So, nothing is any in particular order right now, because as you can see, I have boxes of stuff in the background, because again, we had just moved this year, and we're probably going to move again at the end of the year this year, so I'm not unboxing anything that's in these boxes and stuff. That's got games and stuff in it, so that'll be there. But the Switch games I had out because I do like to try to play them and get on my Switch or anything current generation, my PS5, PS4, Xbox stuff. It's all out. Everything else is packed away. So if you're in collecting and retro stuff, you know I'm into that. If you're new to the scene or anything and want to try to get into it and just want to talk about it, I'm your guy. You can come hang out and chat in here or anything like that. But right now, we're focusing on the Switch. And like I said, none of these are really in any order at all. They're just kind of all jumbled up. There might be some semi-alphabetical order just from when I packed them up and everything. But yeah, nothing too hardcore. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to grab this stack first. And we'll start off with the game that, if you're a Switch owner, you're going to have it. And that's Super Mario World. And this has Bowser's Fury. Really enjoyed it when I played it on the Wii U, and my son is just a Mario fanatic, and I wanted to get it for him when it came out, so day one for him. I'm hoping the glare and stuff on the lighting isn't going to be too bad on these. Where can I... There we go. We'll show them off right there. Mario Bowser's Fury. Another one I had picked up for my son. Clubhouse Games. This is one I actually have not played yet, but I know he's enjoyed it some. I'm going to try to move this some so I can... Yeah, I'm sure you guys can still hear me. I want to be able to get my hand over here to show it off easier. Yeah, another one for my son I got him for Christmas. I know he's had fun playing it. He likes watching DGR, and DGR plays all that stuff, so... Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Great game by Ubisoft. I'm mainly playing it on the PS5. It's just like a action RPG. Get you some loot. Third-person combat. The combat's fun. The boss fights are fun. The combat's fun. Really underrated. If you haven't played it yet, get you Immortals Rising. And if I start talking like this with every game, this is going to take forever to get through. One of my favorites on the Switch, and then I believe it's like skyrocketing in price. Ease 8, Lacrimosa Donna. Really enjoyed it. Of course, it's not the superior version over the PlayStation 4 or anything, but I still had a great time playing it on the Switch. Love the E series. Actually, I'm gonna make a separate file. It's gonna be like my favorite games that I've played and beaten on the Switch. Ones that I've beaten will go in a separate file. Because a lot of these I have not beaten. I'm not gonna count 3D World since I played that on the Wii U. I have not played it on the Switch yet. Stern Pinball Arcade. You can see still in the shrink wrap. Have not opened it. Can't say much about it. I saw it for cheap and just grabbed it. Ring Fit Adventure. Actually a really good fitness game. I really enjoyed it from playing it. I need to boot it back up because I'm starting to put on some pounds and I could use some cardio. But it really did a good job incorporating some RPG elements into the combat system in it. And it really did give you a workout, so I had a good time playing it. Ah, the one that's haunting me to this day. Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI, I love the Dragon Quest series. If you've been watching the channel, I'm going to try to play through all the Dragon Quest games just because I love them so much. But this game, I started again on the PS4. Put like 20 plus hours into it, and when I found out this definitive edition was coming out, I grabbed it on the Switch. Just have not put it in yet to play it. Well, I have put it in to get all the downloads and stuff going. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Who doesn't own this game? I got the game, and I'm not big on fighters. I'm not big on Smash. I had some fun with this game, but it cannot be in the beaten pile because I did not play it that much. I'm not big into fighters. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. A lot of hype surrounding this game when it was announced. Of course, the creator of Castlevania, by his new company 505 Games, making this game. At first, when I first saw the game, when they first announced it, the graphics and stuff were really throwing me off. But they did some changes. They listened to the people, and I really, really love this game. Bloodstained, I mean, it follows that nice Castlevania formula, and I love Castlevania. Love this game. Must play. Kirby Star Allies, one of the earlier games I had gotten on the Switch. Something I wanted to play co-op with my son. That does go in the beaten pile because I have beaten it, but really easy. Not that much fun. Katamari Damacy Reroll. That's still in wrap, so again, can't say much about it. That was kind of one of them impulse buys where apparently it was getting really rare and it was going to go out of stock at GameStop and stuff, so there's one near me that still had copies for 30 bucks, so I bought one. Speaking of GameStop, here's one pre-owned. Darkest Dungeon, the Astral Edition. I played that on PC, on Vita, now I own it on Switch, but I have not beaten it. I get pretty far in the game and then I always end up dying, so can I count it as a beat? Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. Not a good game. That's all I can say. Put in the pile. Trials Rising. This was a Christmas gift for my son. I know he played a pretty good amount of it, but I have not played it because that was mainly for him. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Another one I was really hyped and excited about. And I finished the kind of first mission area in the game, and I was having a good time with it, and I believe I'm in that second area. Have not completed it yet, because just finding out the hours of stuff you have to put into it, oh man, this is a long game. But they really simplified the building mechanics and stuff in it from the first one. I'm not really into the Minecraft and building style games, but I was really enjoying this one just because it was a lot simpler. And it told you what you needed to create. I didn't have to use my imagination to make anything because I'm not that good at designing stuff for games like that, but I have not beaten it. Alright, we'll keep look at the camera here. Alright, another one. Lost Fear, just because the only way to get this, I don't believe this went into stores. This was just through the Square Enix website to get it, if I'm correct. So bought it, but have not played it yet. You'll see with a lot of these games, so it's a shame. Splatoon 2, really enjoyed this game, enjoyed the story mode, even bought the expansion pass, had a good time with it, even played some online. Splatoon 2, must-have game on Switch. Spyro the Ignited Trilogy. I know this was out for just the PS4 and stuff for a while before it came to Switch, but I wanted it on Switch, got it, and beat it. We'll beat the first one, so I'm still going to put it in the beat pile. Yoshi's Crafted World. One that, you know, the visuals and everything look good, but I couldn't get into it, but I haven't really given it a chance. I've only kind of played that first world. Again, need to go back to it, but there's only so much time to play games. Darksiders Genesis. This is one I was really hyped for because I love Diablo-style type of games, and this kind of has that type of combat system. Not really Diablo-like because it doesn't have all the upgrade kind of styles that you get in a Diablo, but still a fun kind of isometric action game. I had a blast with it. Get this game. Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. I think I own this on several different consoles as well. I always tell myself I need to go play this game because it has nothing but good things said about it all the time, but unfortunately, Yahtzee, I have not. Pick up the mess. It was bound to happen. I'm waiting for this whole thing to top over itself. Pokemon Shield. I'm not huge into the Pokemon games, but when it was coming out on Switch, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of in the mood. I get in the moods to want to play games like this, so picked up Shield for my son and Sword for me. So I have not beaten Shield, so that's going to go in the not beaten pile. But I have beaten Sword, so when we get to that, we'll show that off. And of course, the original Dragon Quest builders. Did not finish this one either. Put a lot of time into it, but did not finish it. So, unfortunately, do not finish pile. NBA Playgrounds. I like sports games, especially basketball games and football games. This kind of reminded me of NBA Jam, but once you started playing it, it was just kind of so-so. You can't really beat it, but so I'm just going to put it in the not beat pile. Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. This is a game that Alex, Return to Mother Base on YouTube, actually told me about. And I have to say, I was very impressed by this game. Yes, doesn't play the best on the Switch, but if you're into XCOM style games of that nature, the Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, plays just like that, and I love that style of game. So I was really impressed by this game, had a great time with it. And this was completed. Oh man, here's a good one. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, Remake. Man, I think they really nailed the graphical style of this game. You know, when people are thinking of remakes, you can see like all the upgrades they really do to some old school games once in a while. But I mean, this is still a huge overhaul, but it's got like the cutesy type of graphics and everything, but it played great. It nailed all the stuff from the original. I loved it. I had a great time with it. Not sure if my son's beat it yet though, but I beat it. I loved it. Beat pile. Fire Emblem Warriors. This is one I actually picked up trying to find something co-op for me and my son to play, and we put like 20 minutes into it, and that's about it. So. Paper Mario Origami King. Another one that, man, when this was announced, the people, we had high hopes for it. Is it going to bring back that RPG system that we loved back in the day? Well, no, not really. Once again, you don't need to do any battles. It really doesn't mean anything to even do a battle till you get to a boss. But I put a good amount of time into it, didn't finish it, just because I didn't feel any urge. Like, why am I going to do this battle or anything? And then some time went by and I forgot how the combat system works. So I think I unlocked or defeated 2 of the ribbons, and that's about it. So unfortunately, did not finish it. If you finish it, let me know if it's worth even going back to the finish. And then the Mega Man Legacy Collection, both on in one packet here. Legacy Collection 1 and 2. This is still sealed because I have not opened this one up yet, just because I got the ones on the GameCube and everything. So don't really need to open that up. Alright, let's dive back down here. Alright. Next up, and I believe the physical... Yeah, here it is. I'll just show them off both at once. I do have some collector's editions of these games, but for some reason this one is here with these. And that is the... show them both off. Deadly Premonition Origins, and I did get the little collector's edition here. You know, I actually really love the show Twin Peaks, and this game has so many heavily borrowed elements from that show, and I just love it. I do not think this has the improved car controls and everything that I think the PS3 had a kind of enhanced version made that kind of improved controls. I don't know if this has it or not, but I booted this back up again last October to actually start playing through it, and just again got sidetracked. And I've actually never beaten Deadly Premonition. I need to beat it because I also have the second one here, Deadly Premonition, A Blessing in Disguise. And again, not even open yet because I haven't beat the first, so I do not want to play the second until I beat the first. Alright, one that's currently in my Switch right now, Monster Hunter Rise. I will be playing this to completion. I'm enjoying it so far. I love Monster Hunter World, and so far I'm really catching on to this one. So, one that I got for my daughter, the Unicorn Princess. It's in the collection, guys. Now that's one, my son, he has his own Switch, and my daughter, so yeah, that is hers. Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is like the best-selling game right now on Switch. I forget how many millions. I want to say it's over 15, maybe 20 million people have this game. Came out at the right time during the pandemic, and people just like loved going to it to play it. So I put a good amount of hours into it. So you can't ever really beat this, I guess, either. Well, paying off your fee, and I have not. So Has Been Heroes, kind of a lit down turn-based style RPG. Didn't like it. Game that my son really loves, Minecraft. I'm not into the Minecraft games, but he has dumped too many hours into Minecraft. Look at the ratio here from beat to not beat. Another one that haunts me, Astral Chain. Platinum Games. I've started it up twice, and in the second time I'm pretty far in it now, but unfortunately have still not beaten it. It looks beautiful, it plays great, but I haven't beaten it. Rocket League. I played this mainly on PC, but I have it on Switch. My son plays this copy on his Switch, even though it's free to play now. Just download it. But you get the Samus skins and stuff in it, which was pretty cool, and some Mario and Luigi stuff. Really love Rocket League. That's going in the beat because I put enough hours into it. This was for my son and daughter as well. Paw Patrol on a roll. No comment. I played it. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Fun puzzle game. Mega Man 11. I have put it in to try it, but yeah, that's about it. Just to get the code for my points, but have not played it. Alright, some big ones here. One of my first loves on the system as well. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Love this game. Love the first game. Just love the Xenoblade series in general. So if you haven't tried it yet, if you love RPGs that are kind of MMO style, this is the ticket right here. It's not as, to me, it's not as good as the first one, just because I love the more MMO style that first one had, and and Xenoblade Chronicles X. But this was still solid entry. Loved it. Yeah, can't say enough good things about it. And also I have here Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Country. Have not beaten this yet because it's one of those things I was saying when it was announced that I don't know when the next game is going to be coming in the franchise, so I kind of want to stretch it out before I play it again, because who knows, this could be the last one for a while, so I need something to fill that gap if one doesn't come in a long time. So that is in the not completed file, unfortunately, but I do not regret that. Alright, next file. We're working our way through here. The Resident Evil Revelations Collection. I really enjoy the Revelations games, the series. They really kind of go back to that old school Resident Evil style at a time where kind of 5 and 6 really strayed from that. This kind of went back to the roots before 7 had come out. And I really liked them. If you haven't played them, give them a go. It's a really good time. and the raid mode that's in them, oh man, that can be really addictive. So I can't recommend those enough, especially if you're a Resident Evil fan. Remy Lore, The Lost Girl in the Lands of Lore. This is one that, again, I love Diablo style type of games. This was that isometric type of style of game. Really short, really simple to play, but I had a good time with it, hacking and slashing away. And it's just nice to add something to the completed pile. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I was on a Pokemon Go kick at one of my jobs years ago when it first came out, because when we were on patrol, we would just drive around and just catch the Pokemon all night because there was nothing else to do. But this is kind of borrows the same mechanics from it, but I have not put it into play yet. I mainly got that for my kids to try to play out too. Pokemon Tournament DX. Can't say anything about it. Haven't really played it. Ooh. Owlboy. Now this was a really nice Metroidvania style game that I had a great time playing. The mechanics in it. This was early on in my Switch's life where I got this one and played it. One of the first ones I beat on. The visuals, the story, really awesome. Onimusha HD Remaster, kind of remake they made for all the systems. They did not release the Switch copy here physically in North America though, so this was a Japanese copy. They only released English versions of the remasters, I think on PS4 and the Xbox. Might just be the PS4, but I had to have the Switch version. I had beaten this before, just not on the Switch, so I don't really know where I'm gonna put it to beat, since technically I've beaten that game before. Nintendo Labo, got that for my son. He built the fishing thing and the piano. Moonlighter. Put a little bit of time in this, but not much. It was okay. This was one I was really excited about coming out. Divinity 2, Original Sin. And I was enjoying playing this game, and then I got the first boss, and he kicked my butt. Looked up some guides on how to get some help, and he still kicked my butt. Rebuilt my party, and he still beat me. So I'm just awful at it. Wish I was good at it because I love everything about the game, but I'm not good at it. So unfortunately, not complete. Knights of Azure 2. I think it's kind of like an impulse buy. See a lot of these in the shrink wrap. One thing about just being a game collector though, it's kind of like you see all these stack of games that I have not even completed or opened, and it's like, why are you even buying these things? But it's kind of like a person, any type of collector. If you're a coin collector, you're not buying the coin because you're going to spend it. You're just going to have it there because you like it to collect it, and it's going to sit there in the collection. It's kind of like the same thing for games for me. Yeah, sometimes I'm not going to get to them right away or play them, but it's just something I want to collect and see and look at. So I know it's weird, but Mortal Kombat 11, picked this up and started playing through the story mode, but it just felt really wonky on the Switch, so didn't finish it. Shantae and a Half Genie Hero, I got the little collector's edition of this, but have not played it. One of my favorite games, which I mentioned earlier, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Really enjoyed, I guess, this style of game. Like I said, this XCOM style of game, and they nailed it with this game. I'm hoping that they're going to announce a sequel this year at E3, Nintendo, when they do their little direct for E3. I hope there's something coming up in the works for it, because I really loved it, had a great time with it. My son loves it. He's beaten it countless times. Alright, what do we got here? Luigi's Mansion 3. Really enjoyed my time with this game too. I love all the Luigi's Mansions games. If you haven't played them, they're all solid. This one I kind of liked more because it played more like the first one, other than that second one where it felt like it was divided up in chapters and everything. Loved it. Langrisser 1 and 2. This was an impulse buy because Johnny Millennium, Happy Console Gamer, had done a video on like, hey, you better snatch this before it's all gone, because he already saw it getting expensive. So I mean, I snatched it, and it is like a tactical turn-based style game like a Fire Emblem, and I really enjoy that style of game too, but have not opened or anything yet. Mario Tennis Aces. Started playing the story mode of it. I need to just get back to playing this. This might be something I start streaming again before Mario Golf comes out. Oh my, I cannot wait for Mario Golf to come out. That's going to be one of the mainstream games on this channel once it comes out. But Mario Tennis Aces, I haven't put quite enough time into it yet. And me and Alex had gotten it when we went to Too Many Games a couple of years ago. And it was fun, like, playing that against each other down there. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Really enjoyed this game too. Pretty quick and simple to beat, but I really enjoyed the puzzles and stuff in it. My son has beaten it. We've all beaten it. Had a good time. Super Mario Party just had a great patch not too long ago to finally incorporate online. Like a year, 2 years later, I forget when this came out. So you can do online play. But yeah, we would play it in my house, my kids and I, and have a good time. And my daughter would get upset a lot, but it was still fun. Now, one Mega Man collection that I did open was the Mega Man X collection, because I had never beaten a lot of the X games. So far on this, I've completed X and X2, and I'm slowly working my way through the rest of them. So when I'm in a Mega Man mood again, I prefer the X series over the original. So that's why this one's open. But yeah, I'm loving it. Putting it in the beat pile because I've beaten 2 of them. Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. I actually had a really good time with this. It had kind of like it tied into the movies, which I think is awesome that they did that. Gameplay played well. And yeah, third-person shooter, ghost hunting action. They incorporated classic characters that you see from the movies. And the voice actors did really good. I forget if they had any of the original cast voicing any of them, because I think if they did the real game or not, I can't remember. But I had a great time playing it. Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. I believe there was a collector's edition that came with this, and I do have that, but it's in the box. But here's the disc. Favorite RPG of all time right here in its definitive edition. I can't wait to dive back into this one. Again, I played it on the Wii, so I'm going to count it as a beaten game. But I cannot wait to play the definitive version of the game. Again, I'm kind of like milking that to just wait. Trials of Mana. One I was really hyped about. The visuals and stuff, pretty solid. But the combat was fun, but it wasn't like engaging enough for me. I just felt like I kept doing the same attacks all the time. So I put a good amount of hours into this, but did not finish it. And fortunately probably won't, just because again, there's nothing really drawing me to do it. So unfortunately I have not finished it. Trine Ultimate Collection. Thought this was a really good deal to get all 4 games on one cart. And I want to say, did I still buy 4 separate? It might be in here separate still, but beating the first one, but not the other 3. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I was really excited about this one too, just because I was a fan of the original games. And when the third one was announced, I was super hyped for it. Then it came out, or the gameplay and stuff would be shown off, and a lot of people were kind of meh on it. But me and my son played through this co-op, and we had a blast. I enjoyed it, even all the challenges and stuff you could do at the end. I never really played any add-on content that they did later, but I still thought this was a blast. Isometric, action-packed game. Hey, the beaten pile's starting to catch up. Alright, next, down here. I want to say this next one, is it Fire Emblem 3 Houses? It is, because I bought the collector's edition of this too. Unfortunately, I have not played it yet though, and I hear great things about it. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, card-based Dragon Ball Z game that it just wasn't fun for me. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hearthstone are like my top games, not that. The Collection of Mana, got it because I do want to play through Secret of Mana and stuff eventually, but yeah, not yet. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe U, new Super Mario Bros. Deluxe U. Loved it, good time, classic Mario style. Eat it with my kids, had a blast. Monster Boy. Unfortunately, I have not beaten this one, but the visuals and everything on it are great. I know Johnny Millennium again is big on this series. It was actually tough to kind of find for a while. Oh, we're getting some heavy hitters now. Super Mario Odyssey, probably my definitive favorite 3D Mario game ever made. I know people love Galaxy, and Mario 64 just has those classic feels to it, but this game just kind of nails everything. A lot of the moons, yeah, are hard to get. I wish there was a definitive number to get to say like you really got them all and everything, which maybe there is. Man, behind the times there isn't, but I thought there were like over 900 and some moons you could get. But I loved it. Get Mario Odyssey. Well, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. People are still playing this online like crazy to this day. I love how this was just a great all-in-one package with all the downloadable content from the Wii U version. I think it's the best Mario Kart ever made. Again, two of the best Mario things on Switch. Must buy. I think it's one of the top selling games on it as well. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. I got this for my son just because he's into kind of challenging puzzle games like this. He's played it for a little bit, but not a whole lot. Another one for my daughter because she loves LOL dolls. LOL Remix Surprise. I don't even know what you do in it. I just know she likes LOL dolls. One that if you look on my son's Switch and hours played, this one he probably might be close to 1,000 hours. Super Mario Maker 2. He just loves going into it, designing all the levels, designing all the boards. He played through the whole story mode thing, building the castle. That's the only part I've done in the game. But man, he is just crazy of going online. He's really, really good at the game too, and some of his levels are pretty clever. So like I said, he likes watching DGR and all his stuff. Super Mario Maker 2, I'm putting in the beating because I beat the little story mode ahead with it. Just because it's Mario, I got it for my son to play another Mario game. And we did play a bunch of the mini games and stuff in here, so I'm gonna go. I mean, they're really simple, but I mean, you have a good time when you're playing with your kids and stuff. It's just something we had a good time playing. So, Risk of Rain 2. It's a roguelike third-person shooter where you're kind of leveling and powering up your character as you kill more things and get other weapons and gear, fight a boss, keep moving on. I'm just really bad at it. I gotta learn the strategies and stuff of it because I can't even get past the first boss, and that's about it. So. Cave Story, another great game, 2D kind of Metroid style game. Loved it, had a good time. It's been a long time since I played it though, so my memory is kind of foggy on it, but had a good time. Wargroove, another throwback. I know people were excited when this was announced because it kind of was that throwback to Advanced Wars back in the old Game Boy Advance and DS days. It's like a spiritual successor to it, but as you can see, it's still in the wrapper. I have not played it yet. Bayonetta 2, that came with Bayonetta 1. I have played through Bayonetta 1 on this, and it was the first time I played through Bayonetta. Like, I mean, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, they kind of go hand in hand, the combat style and stuff. That kind of game, I mean, I'll play them. I'm not, like, crazy over them. But I had fun with the first Bayonetta. I need to play the second one. So this is kind of half-finished because it came with both. Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl. Is this Snack World 2? No, Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl Gold Edition. I wanted this because it had that kind of looter, Diablo-style type of feel to it. It's like, you know what? I mean, this is right up my alley. But I have not put it in yet to even play it. So. The next game here is one my son loved on the Wii U, so I got it for him again on the Switch, and I ended up playing it and beating it as well. And that is Lego City Undercover. I was really impressed by the open world just style of this game and just how it flowed. It really, like the way you unlock certain skills and there's certain doors you can't open until you get certain disguises in the game when you get to certain points in the game, and it feels rewarding when you go back to open that thing that you couldn't open like for so long, and it plays really well. It was fun. I mean, if they do a Lego City Undercover sequel ever in the future, I am so game for it because Chase was awesome, the characters were awesome. This was just a blast playing. Binding of Isaac Rebirth Plus. It felt so good to finally complete my first run and start getting the hang of this. Then getting further, completing that next run that goes a little bit further, and then a little bit further. Really enjoyed Binding of Isaac. It's a very simple concept, roguelike game, shooter style. You're just trying to shoot with Isaac's tears and everything to get all the way down to the boss. Really enjoyed it. Assassin's Creed, the Rebel Collection. Rebought this on the Switch because I own both of these games. I think I own Rogue on the PS4 and Black Flag I own on the Wii U. But those kind of stay, the Wii U kind of stays packed up, and I really wanted to play through Black Flag. That's why I got this, but I haven't played it yet. I really enjoyed the original Assassin's Creed. I just kind of fell off after 3 because that one was kind of so-so to me. L.A. Noire. Picked it up because this was kind of one of those classic Rockstar games I wanted to give it a try, but haven't yet. Played it a little on a PS3, but Team Sonic Racing. After coming off of Transform, the original Sonic the Hedgehog racing game, this was a big disappointment. I didn't like the team kind of racing aspect. It's kind of a letdown. I mean, the game still plays well and everything, but I just didn't like that kind of aspect to the game. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, I got this for my son and for me to, I believe, plays co-op locally. We just haven't dove into it yet. Little Dude 2 Plus. This is supposed to be like a Zelda type of game. Don't know because I haven't played it yet. But I do like Zelda. Alright, we are working our way to the end here. One of my favorite games, Axiom Verge. If you love Metroid, then you already know about this game. The second one is in the works. I believe it might be due to come out by the end of the year this year. I have not played the Switch version because I own it on so many different consoles, but I own it on Switch as well. Anything I can do to support the man who made this game by himself, I'll do it. And I cannot wait for the second one. Love, love, love this game. The soundtrack, the story, the gameplay. It's incredible. I put in the beat, like I said, just because I've beaten it, but must buy. Oh, and who couldn't forget Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Sequel's coming due soon. A lot of mixed emotions on this game because I love the game, don't get me wrong. But little things annoy me, like with the weapons like breaking everything. Is it the greatest Legend of Zelda game ever made? Man, I can't even answer that for you right now. I kind of love the feeling of getting that weapon that can go a little bit further into that you're going to need for that dungeon just to kind of lay out to the old school ones. But I still love this game. This is still a 9.5, 10 game on a scale. I don't know if it's my favorite Zelda. It might be my favorite Zelda game. I don't know, just because the combat's so much fun in it. But I loved it. I actually played it and beat it on the Wii U because I didn't have a Switch at the time it came out. I got my Switch about 3 months after they released, and I had already beaten the one on the Wii U by then. But this is just an excuse to go back and play it on the Switch. I'm still going to count it as a beat though, since I beat it on Wii U. And I want to see how much better it looks. Wolfenstein 2. Really enjoyed this one as well. Yeah, you're like, man, you got this game on the Switch? Yes, I did. Because again, I'm big into collecting for the Switch. I should have played it on PC and stuff, but still, I think they did a great job of, I don't know who ported the game over and made it on the Switch, but Panic Button did. And yeah, Panic Button is, when you see that button for ports over to the Switch, it's great stuff, so you know it's going to be good. Played well. Not as really good as the first one to me, but I still enjoyed it. Had a great time. Lego Worlds, one I got for my son, because it's kind of like that Minecraft building style game, so I can't really tell you too much about it. Alright, some D&D style games, Planescape and Icewind Dale. Bought that 2-pack. Haven't really played enough. Wild Guns Reloaded. Kind of a new entry. I don't know if it's a remake or like a sequel to the one that came out back on the SNES days, but I played it, beat it, had fun. I was getting kind of shaky. We're gonna do some adjustments over here. We're gonna make 2 piles of beaten. There we go.
Disgaea 5 complete. I can't say much about it because I have not played it. Darksiders Remastered Edition Black Label. This is the, I guess, misprinted version where you're supposed to have the red at the top for the Switch, but this one came out with just a black label. I don't know if how much more value this has over the others or how many got out into print, but I snatched one day one. I've played and beat this on the PS3, but have not beat this remastered edition. Still counted as beaten though, since I beat it on the PS3. Dark Souls Remastered. Just played through this again last year. Love the Dark Souls series. If you've been a fan of my YouTube channel or anything, you know I love the Dark Souls games. And going back to this one, I forget how much easier like this is than the ones that came out afterwards. But I mean, there's still some sections in it that can give you trouble, but for the most part, it's a pretty simple run for me to do to get through this game. But I loved it. It looked great on the Switch, handled fine, good time. And here's the one I beat, Pokemon Swords. There we go. And what's that? A second copy of Minecraft, because when my daughter got her Switch, she wanted to play with my son, so we had to get 2 copies. The collection that, man, I think everyone when it was announced, we were pretty excited about. Then we're like, why isn't Galaxy 3 on there? But the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, I played through I played through Super Mario 64 on here and Mario Sunshine already on here. I had beaten Mario 64 in the past. Never had beaten Mario Sunshine though. So had a blast playing through that with the upgraded visuals. And played Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii right when I had first got my Wii. Another awesome 3D game. These are all All-Stars. The only game I hadn't played yet is Super Mario Galaxy 2. So it would have been awesome if it was on here, because that would have been the next one on the list I would have knocked out. So I just have to bust out my Wii copy to play it. But awesome collection of games. When they announced the Zelda one, we wanted a collection, and they just gave us Skyward Sword. That was kind of a letdown, but I'm still looking forward to playing it. Alright. Another RPG I'm really kicking myself for not beating yet. Tales of Vesperia, the definitive edition. I need to get on this one too. People have raved about it ever since the Xbox 360 days. Got this for my son. I don't know why, because I knew it would scare the beheebies out of him probably. But Hello Neighbor, Hide and Seek. So I can't tell you much about it. Fitness boxing. I put quite amount of hours in this one too, just for that fitness aspect of boxing. And boxing can give you a workout. Right now, one of my favorite things to get a cardio burn is playing, I guess it's going to be like a beat. On the Oculus Quest 2 is Thrill of the Fight. It even made me go out and get a punching bag. So another one I got for my son, Race with Ryan. Haven't played it, can't tell you. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I was actually really having a good time with this game until, man, I feel like I've said that 100 times already in this video. But I have not beaten it yet. You kind of design your own Saiyan or your fighter. You level up as you're playing through the Xenoverse and you're playing out these battles. But I have yet to beat it yet. So that's another one I will go back to play. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, another port over to the Switch from the Wii U. Excellent Donkey Kong game. Excellent pitch perfect platforming. I loved it. Had a great time. I'm no master at Donkey Kong, but I got through it, and I really enjoyed it. And again, it's like Donkey Kong always had solid music. It's just like always on point. Sega Genesis Classics. Picked this up. I think I own the Sonic All-Star Collection, everything too, on the PS3. But I want to say this had some added games to it, or some different ones. And I was wanting to play through the Phantasy Star games, so that's why I had gotten this collection. Yoku's Island Express, another one of the early pickups I got on the Switch. This one had a mechanic where it was a Metroidvania style game with pinball type of mechanics. It was awesome. I had an incredible time with it. I tried to recommend it to Alex, Return to Mother Base. He didn't really enjoy it as much as I did, but I had a blast with this game. That mechanic of hitting the character around was awesome. The boss battles were pretty slick in it. I had a great time with it. Definitely a must-have. Speaking of games and Alex, Victor Varan, Overkill Edition. Again, I like my Diablo-style games. This is not one of them. This game is... I don't want to put it down too much, but I couldn't get into the combat or anything at all. It's pretty trash. Sorry, Alex. Valkyria Chronicles 4. Really love this game. The story, the experience. Again, the tactical style kind of combat in it. I had a blast leveling up the characters, leveling up my soldiers, getting that connection with them. I didn't play on where they would die in battle or nothing, though. I can't lose my characters. But I had a blast with this. Great boss fights. I love the Valkyria Chronicles series. So I've beaten number 1, beat number 4. Got to get on. I need to beat 2 and 3 on the PSP. Alright, some No More Heroes. Travis strikes again. Again, that isometric type of hack and slash style kind of game. I love Grasshopper Manufacturer Suda51 and his games. I own all of them. I make sure I get all of them when they come out. Played and beaten most of them. The only one actually I have not beaten yet is No More Heroes 2, but Shadows of the Dam, Lollipop Chainsaw, No More Heroes, No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again. I mean, the list goes on. Killer is Dead. All these games, love them. This was kind of a letdown, but I still love the characters and the gameplay system got kind of repetitive and everything. Kind of a cheaper style game just to put out there. But it has built the hype for No More Heroes 3. So please don't disappoint No More Heroes 3. Titan Quest, again. That Diablo style type of hack slash loot collecting type of game. I just haven't gotten into this one yet. Fishing Star World Tour. This had a release on the Wii, and that I do have, but never got a chance to play it yet. And I love fishing games. Fishing games is one of my favorite games to play in a pastime. The only problem is I'm not a huge fan of the style like this, where it just puts you in one little zone and you kind of fish around that zone and move on. And how this works is you're supposed to catch so many fish out of that zone, meet a goal, and then you'll move on to a new one. I haven't gotten to the last zone or anything yet, but I do love fishing games, but I love a more like simulator where you can actually take a boat out on the water and drive around and pick your spot and stuff. So, but still a good solid fishing game. Not Tiny Troops Joint Ops XL. This was one of those buys where I guess there was a limited print run supposedly, and only Walmart had it. It was exclusive and they had no more, so I just went and got one. I don't know anything yet. I get one of them impulse $20 buys. Whether it held any value or not, I'm not sure. Actually, I can cut this part out when it gets to it, but we're going to look it up right now. I can edit this out before it hits YouTube. Tiny Troopers XL Switch. Nope, looks like it's still selling for 20, so yeah. There you go on those impulse buys. Might as well just open it up. Alright. SteamWorld Dig 2. I really enjoyed the first one. Have not opened to play this one yet, though, but I really enjoyed the first game. One that did impress me, Starlink Battle for Atlas, one that went cheap real quick. Had the ship that came with it. You were supposed to connect to the controller and stuff if you wanted. I didn't bother with any of that because you really didn't need to. But the flight mechanics and stuff in this game were really fun, really good. And I played as Fox McCloud because it was pretty much a Star Fox game for me by then. Flying in their ship and everything. So I had a blast with it. Good time. Ukulele and an Impossible Layer. I picked this up because I was kind of in a mood for a platformer, but really couldn't get into it. Even though people say a lot of good things about it. Now, I think that is all the games that go to retail. The rest of this stack, I believe, is limited run or some strictly limited games, like stuff that comes out where you have to order online. Some of these do go to store into Best Buy, but other than that, you have to order them online through limited run site or strictly games or something like that. We'll divide this in two. First one here that's on the top is the Turok Seeds of Evil 1 and 2 collection. I played through Turok back in the day on the 64, but not any of these yet on the Switch. Well, you're going to see a lot of these in the wrapper, because a lot of these limited run games I actually would have bought digitally beforehand, but then bought the physical again when it came out, and this is one of them. The Messenger bought this one, but when the physical got announced, played it, but I actually have not played and beaten it yet. Ultra Core. I think this was this a game that was actually supposed to be made for the Genesis back in the day? This is a strictly limited release. I think this was supposed to come out on the Genesis. I don't know if it did or not, or if it did overseas and we never got it, but here we go, Switch version. Grandia HD Collection. I have popped this open just to see what it would look like in the Switch, what 2 looked like, and it looks pretty good, kind of just like the PC version. So I'm looking forward to actually playing through the Grandia games because I like the battle system in those games. Streets of Rage 4. Again, this one is still sealed because I played and beat the Xbox Live version that was with Game Pass. I think it came out day in release, that the game came out. So I played it that way. Then when the physical came out, I got it. Now it gets to stay sealed. But I did beat it. Another one that's sealed because I had played it on, again, Game Pass, Celeste. And no, I have not beaten it yet. So I can't really say anything about it except it's hard. Freedom Planet. Alex, again, he loves this game. I have it on PC, so when I do get a chance to play it, I'll play through it that way. So this is probably going to stay sealed as well. Blasphemous. I'm probably going to open this one. This is supposed to be like a side-scrolling kind of, got some Dark Souls vibes to it, a tough, challenging game, maybe Metroidvania. So I do want to give this a go eventually. Thumper. This is supposed to be a good kind of rhythm, like driving. I don't know if you're actually racing in the game or you're just kind of trying not to wreck while you're on this track. But I believe I bought this at Too Many Games. I want to say that's where I got it. Oh, love this game. Again, I love my golf games too. Like I said, can't wait for Mario Golf to come out, and Golf Story was awesome. I love the story mode behind this game. The golf mechanics in this game played great. Sports Story, I hope, can be able to capitalize. Not that this game had any shortcomings, but I think Sports Story is going to be interesting, having to juggle all the other sports. I really like just to focus on golf and getting your character and everything better in that. So it'll be interesting to see what Sports Story does, but I love this game. Cosmic Star Heroine. Classic kind of throwback to earlier RPGs from the 90s. And I have not played it yet, though, so I can't really say anything about it, but I got it. Time Spinner, another 2D kind of side-scrolling game, of course, in wrapper. I actually don't know too much about it, so I just heard good things about it, so I had to get it. Windjammers, had this digitally too. Just fun, it's a fun like disc kind of soccer game. And classic throwback from back in the day. I have a good time when I'm playing it online. Again, I don't think you can really beat this double player. Flint Hook. I think this was like the second or third release. What number is this? I forget where they put it at. I guess, or number 3. Yeah, the number 3 release. I think I got the first 3. Flint Hook. I don't know. Haven't played it yet. Not open it. Probably will not open it. And speaking of first releases, I think this was number 1. Thimbleweed Park. This is open, but I have not really dove too much into it yet, so I hear nothing but good things about it, so I need to play it. Dragon's Lair Trilogy. I have opened this and tried to play it, like me and my son. It's actually kind of tricky playing through it, though, and we've still yet to even beat the first one, Dragon's Lair. Oh man, I'm noticing some of my wrapping's getting messed up here. but Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, I played it digitally on the Switch. Great classic style throwback, just like the old NES Castlevania games. I had a blast with it. It's a great time. I think it was $10 online. Forget how much this was, but look at that little tear, man. My shrink wrap's getting busted. What's a collector to do? And I think this was the second release. Yeah, Mercenary Kings. Again, at this time, I don't know too much about this game. I just knew I wanted to get Switch stuff, and this was going to be on the Switch, so I got it. Oops, sorry. R-Type Dimension EX. Strictly limited release. Nice shmup. I have not played it yet though, but I do like the R-Type series from back in the day, so I had to get this one. Minis Remastered? I want to say I bought this at GameStop, because I do like music rhythm games, but have not put this one in yet. Night Trap. I have it open. I don't know why I haven't tried to play it yet. I need to go ahead and play it, but yeah. There's a nice little insert you get inside the card. But remake of the classic Sega CD game. I need to play it. One of the newer ones that just came in, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I had this in my Switch the other day. It's one I'm kind of playing through here and there. Re-released from back in the day when it released digitally. I know a lot of people were happy to see this come back out because for the longest time you could not get this game again. So it's awesome that it's here physically. It's going nowhere now if you got a physical copy. Another side-scrolling, I don't know if it's Metroidvania style, if you just go from level to level, but the Mummy Demastered. This is a game along with another one that I have down here. These next three, I did not order these, so I don't know how they got here, but they came to my house with my name on it, and the one person who I thought maybe would have surprised them with me, he didn't get them for me. When I contacted Limited Run about it, they just said to keep them. And I swore I checked my order history. I don't have them ordered, but the Mummy Demastered, I wish I did order it because I hear nothing but great things about the game. So there we go. Another one I did not order, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer from Limited Run. I have the N64 version, so I mean I wasn't going to get this version just because I'm not that big on the game, but I have it now. And the last one I didn't order because I actually own it on, I bought the Limited Run release of this on the Vita. It's like, you know what, I'm not going to get the Switch version, but then to my surprise, East Origin on the Switch shows up to my house. And again, another one I did not get. So, I mean, I'm thankful for it, and it's awesome that they were cool to let me keep it, but I did not buy these, so I really don't know unless someone surprised me if they had my name on it. So, I'm not sure. I don't know. And the last one at the bottom here, again, just got here not too long ago. Still in the wrapper. This one will be getting opened up, though, because I am going to play through it on the Switch. Doom 64. I just love the Doom games that came out, Doom 2019 and the newest one, Eternal, that came out. They're just awesome. So it really made me want to go back to play some Doom 64, and I'm glad that it is here on the... actually, I might not open this one. I might go ahead and buy it digitally so this could stay in a shrink wrap too, but we'll see. But I'm looking forward to playing through it. Just haven't yet, so... And there we have it. I've gone through all of them, and if we count them up, let's see how many we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 60, so we're at 110. plus 30 more, 140, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 149. So we're like one shy away from hitting the 150 mark on the collection. So yeah, I got a few Switch games. I know there's probably people with bigger Switch games, but again, it was Nintendo stuff. You never know, man. You never know what's going to be there left. You never know what's going to jump in price. So I would just go and get stuff. Now again, it has slowed down tremendously over the past year. It's just been getting stuff where it's like limited run games and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Rerun Hayes? Man, you kind of made it here right at the end as I'm wrapping this up. I don't know how long you've been here though, so. But yeah, almost 150 Switch games here, and the collection's still growing. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapping it up now. It kind of stinks, man. It just came in a little late, but are you a Switch owner or anything, or do you like to collect Switch stuff, or? Oh no, I have not beat them all. I had a set. This is the stack over here of games that I have beaten. There's a stack over here, which I think it's 30, 60, or 30, 60, 90. This is the stacks I haven't beaten. So I got 2 stacks of beaten, a bunch of stacks that I haven't beaten. So, hey, fellow Nintendo lover, I'm right there with you, man. It's just one of those things I explained earlier while recording it that, I know when you're a collector, it's like a coin collector. They're not going to get every coin because they want to spin the coin. It's something that they kind of look at. So it's kind of like with me with collecting Switch games and stuff, or any games in general. Even though I might not get to a game in a while, it's still like something I like to look at, and I still cherish it just for having it. So I have other collections too. Just one was just going over the Switch, since most of the other stuff is packed in boxes. So, but yeah, if you love stuff like that, you can check out my YouTube because I go over all my type of collections and stuff there. But I'm just starting to get back into it. I've been out of the game for a couple of years. But I appreciate you, man, like coming by and hanging out here at the end. So awesome. I'll probably show off other collections here in the future, next ones, but nothing as big as this. Do you think they're going to bring Wind Waker HD to the Switch soon? You know, the way they've been doing stuff, I thought for sure when they announced the Skyward Sword HD collection, I thought for sure we were going to get like a compilation package like Mario 3D All-Stars did. But man, it just didn't come. So I do think it's going to come. I think they're just going to do a Nintendo thing and make it separate so they can charge full boat for it again. I wish they would have included it with the package with Skyward Sword, but I do think it's going to come over. I think it'd be a waste not to. I mean, they already have it HD for the Wii U, so it should be a simple port to get over. And I mean, that's a beautiful game on the Wii U. I don't know if you played it on that yet or not, but it looked incredible on the on the Wii U. So I know it'll look good on the Switch. So I'm hoping they do. But I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword. That's one that on the Switch it's been a long time, or the Wii. It's been a long time since I played it and beat it, so I'm looking forward to getting another rerun through that without using the motion controls. Have you played Wind Waker yet, or you're kind of waiting for that re-release so you can play it? Because yeah, if you haven't, man, it is one of the better Zelda games, Wind Waker. It's beautiful. Waiting, yeah, man. Just I'm sure it's gonna come. I think they'll do Twilight Princess and Wind Waker in a package. That kind of makes more sense since I have released those on the Wii U already and they're HD already and ready to go. I think that will be a compilation. Hopefully they'll do it that way. Both of those together, $60. Boom, bring it to us, Nintendo. And that could be something they announce too, along with more Breath of the Wild 2 stuff here this summer. It could be all-out Zelda, because I think they're celebrating the anniversary this summer is when that happens. Let's take a look. The 35th anniversary was in February, so I'm sure they're going to have a lot more planned when the summer comes and they do some E3 announcements. So here's hoping. I'm a big Metroid fan, so I just want to see anything from Metroid Prime 4. That's one of my other collections that I have a lot of stuff of. That, Castlevania, things like that. I love those games, so I'm ready to see some stuff on Metroid Prime 4, so I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm really hyped for their direct video that they're going to do, so. But yeah, bunch of games here. Too many games. Too many I can try to complete myself. Luckily, I have kids who can help me beat them, so. You never played one of the Metroid Prime games or any of the Metroids, period? I know when I was younger trying to play them, I really no Metroid at all. I really didn't like having to do the whole backtrack style of games. That's what it is. You're going to run through these locked areas and then you got to backtrack to it. And I would be annoyed by that when I was younger, but when I got older, I started to love that about some games now where there's this locked area and you can't get access to it until you find something to get to it. That's why I love the Resident Evil series so much. That old school, well, you can't get in this door until you find the Crescent Moon key or something like that. I really love that style of game now where it's that backtracking back and forth. So Metroid's just the same way, except you're a bounty hunter, a space hunter, and yeah. And I just love that style. I love it. Oh, thanks for following the channel, by the way, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And again, this will go up on my YouTube channel too under Stevo Supremo, and I go over other collections there if you want to come hang out. But I'm gonna put this video to a wrap because this will get uploaded to it. So if you want to see all the games and all their glory through the I think I've been here for like an hour and 20 minutes talking about them. Go right ahead. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. And yes, try out Metroid. Try out Metroid. They are some of my favorite games. If you have a Switch, and you have the Nintendo Online, go ahead and try out Super Metroid. That's my favorite game of all time. So give it a go. It's right there for you to play, right in front of you. So, and hopefully the Metroid Prime Trilogy will come to the Switch. They've kind of said some stuff about it that it could be tough to really get it there, but I mean, we'll see. We can only pray, at least for me, because I would love to play through that trilogy again. I still haven't played the third one, so I got to get on that. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming to hang out. I'm going to wrap this one up, and yeah, we'll probably show off another collection again in the future. We'll probably get back to some gameplay in the next one. So, but anyone who stopped by to hang out, I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all in the next one, next stream. So have a good night. Stay blessed.